Italia Danimarca 3-0, tutto bene, un po' di sofferenza nel terzo, ma va bene così.
Sì, diciamo che era una partita che dovevamo vincere, perché comunque adesso i giochi sono ancora più aperti per entrare nelle prime 4 e è stata veramente una partita sofferta nel terzo set, però i primi 2 set e anche parte del terzo siamo riusciti a tenerli sotto, che era questo il nostro obiettivo.
Come hai detto te, giorno di riposo e poi ci giochiamo tutto contro Russia e Francia.
Sì, saranno 2 partite molto importanti, sia quella con la Russia che quella con la Francia. Vediamo di recuperare al meglio domani per poi essere carichi per le ultime 2 partite e poi vediamo.
It's overkill for a beer pong table for sure, but I had to do it, I guess.
And Jeff Nybo did it all in his basement on his free time. He started a couple of years ago with a prototype. After a lot of trial and error, he created the interactive BPT X5. This beer drinking game has a number of unique features, including a bowl washer.
You can just take it, drop it into the bottom here, into the in hole. And once it goes in, it'll start up, and then it comes out on this side here, and air dries the ball, and it's good and clean, and you can throw it again.
Nybo's X5 table is a far cry from the standard beer pong table, but the rules are the same. Get the ping pong ball in your opponent's cup, forcing them to drink. The first team to eliminate all the opponent's cups is the winner.
Hi, Kickstarter. I'm Jeff Nybo, creator of the X5 beer pong table.
Nybo is selling his customized kits online, ranging in price from $85 to $400 US. If you want the table and everything included, that'll cost about $1,800.
I think it's pretty impressive.
Nybo's brother Curtis says the X5 is a game changer.
That's a lot more fun. It brings a whole new level to the game. All the lights. Everybody likes shiny lights, so it makes everything a little bit more interesting.
As long as that's okay with you.
Nybo has already sold a handful of kits and 1 fully assembled table, and he's got another 20 orders to fill. He isn't sure yet how much demand there is for a game like this, but he says he'll keep building them.
London. Well, you can see members of the Calgary Highlanders walking behind me, but today the guest of honor was the Queen. She's the Colonel-in-Chief for the Calgary Highlanders. She arrived earlier today along with Prince Philip. He is the Colonel-in-Chief for the Royal Hamilton Light Infantry. Also represented today were the Canadian Royal Scottish Battalion. These are the regiments who are perpetuating the honors won by World War I soldiers during the Second Battle of Ypres 100 years ago. That's what's going to be commemorated next week. It started on April 22nd, 1915. The Battle of Saint-Julien in particular is being noted because it's the first time that chemical weapons were successfully used in battle during warfare by the Germans. The French tasted the gas first. The Canadians were then ordered to move up and hold the line, and they did so, but at very great cost. We met today the grandson of one of the battalion commanders, Lieutenant Colonel Russell Boyle, who was killed in the battle.
One of the French generals, the big general, said it was the bravest act he'd ever seen when that 10th Battalion and the, I think it's the 16th, attacked through the woods, and 800 men, and when they finished, they were down to like 160 of them that weren't killed or wounded.
Next week, these regiments and relatives of those who fought during those World War I battles will be traveling to Flanders to visit their grave sites. These kinds of commemorations, all the more important
for Ottawa on different occasions.
I used to like the Canadians, but I honestly can't really say that anymore.
Carrick and her sister hail from the nation's capital. They wore Senators' jerseys to Friday's game. They expected some chirping, but were not prepared for what happened. It started with the man sitting behind her.
He started hitting me in the back of the head with his towel, and I thought it was an accident at first, but then it kept happening, so I knew it was on purpose.
She says she turned around and asked him politely to stop.
And he said, "effing whore," and continued to do it. So at that point, I was in a panic. I was really, really scared. I had tears in my eyes.
Then, after a Habs win in overtime,
his first instinct, his first action of celebration was to lean over his 2 friends, who also leaned back so he could do this, and throw his beer onto us.
After she left the arena, it continued. Others hit her sister with towels and called her lewd names. Montreal fans say they're disheartened by what happened to Carrick.
People shouldn't act like that in society in general. Never mind that it was a sports game.
I think it's really bad. I think we're all there to have a good time, and everybody should have fun. There should be no violence or anything. No matter what game you go to, it should be fun for everybody.
The Montreal Canadiens have reached out to Carrick. A spokesperson with the team says they'll follow up to get all of the details, but she says the best thing that could come out of this experience is watching the Senators win the series.
That would be the best